Hello everyone, I am Sandesh Dulakya, an economics and finance enthusiast, bringing you all a detailed IPO discussion on macrotech developers or more commonly known as Lodha Developers. इससे पहले कि हम डिटेल्स में जाए, मैंने इस वीडियो को 7 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर रखा है। सबसे पहले हम जानेंगे कि लोधा डेवलपर्स एज ए कंपनी क्या करती है। देन हम देखेंगे कि इंडिया का रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर किस तरीके से परफॉर्म कर रहा है। उसके बाद हम देखेंगे इस आईपीओ के एग्जैक्ट डिटेल्स के बारे में एंड इसकी क्या डेट्स हैं एंड उनकी इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कशंस। नेक्स्ट हम जानेंगे लोधा डेवलपर्स के फाइनेंशियल्स एंड उसके बाद आएंगे लोधा डेवलपर्स के मैनेजमेंट के बारे में एंड लास्ट में हम दो चीज़ों के बारे में देखेंगे। फर्स्ट इज स्ट्रेंथ्स एंड वीकनेस and at the end I am going to give my conclusion and my take on whether one should apply on this IPO or not. So let's begin. Lodha Developers as a company can be basically classified into three major categories. First, ये रेसिडेंशियल सेक्टर्स में ऑपरेट करती है। सेकंड, ये लॉजिस्टिक्स और इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर में ऑपरेट करती है एंड थर्ड, दे गिव अ कमर्शियल पोर्टफोलियो। तो सबसे पहले जो इनका रेसिडेंशियल सेगमेंट आता है, अ वेरी वेल डाइवर्सिफाइड पोर्टफोलियो जो कि रेंज करता है मिड इनकम कैटेगरी से लग्जरी कैटेगरी तक एंड इन्होंने स्पेसिफिकली मुंबई एरिया में अपनी एक काफी बढ़िया ब्रांड वैल्यू क्रिएट कर रखी है। इसके बाद आता है जो अभी काफी रिसेंटली डेवलप हो रहा है, वो है इनके इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क के बारे में। लोधा डेवलपर्स ने पालावा इकोसिस्टम करके एक नया मेगा प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किया है। यहाँ पे इनका विजन है कि ये इंडिया का पहला पेडेस्ट्रियन स्मार्ट सिटी डिजाइन कर सके, जिसका मतलब है कि कोई भी सुविधा चल के आजू बाजू से ली जा सके एंड विच इज लाइक हाई क्लास फैसिलिटीज एट योर डोर स्टेप। इन्होंने इस पलावा प्रोजेक्ट के लिए कुल मिलाकर 800 एकर्स का प्लान तैयार कर रखा है, जिसमें अभी 250 एकर्स पे काम ऑलरेडी वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस है। अब आते हैं इनके कमर्शियल पोर्टफोलियो पे। इनका कमर्शियल पोर्टफोलियो बेसिकली ऑफिसेज लीज आउट करता है एंड ऑफिसेज के लिए स्पेस प्रोवाइड करता है। आपके सामने एक डिटेल्ड टेबल आएगा जो दिखाता है कि लोधा डेवलपर्स ने किन प्रोजेक्ट्स में किस तरीके से कमर्शियल पोर्टफोलियो बिल्ड कर रखा है। पहले हम देखेंगे ऑफिस प्रोजेक्ट्स के ऊपर। इन्होंने मुंबई एरिया में काफी बढ़िया तरीके से एक एक्सपेंशन कर रखा है एज फार एज ऑफिस प्रोजेक्ट्स आर कंसर्न। तो चलिए अब चलते हैं, हम जानते हैं कि इस सेक्टर यानी कि इंडियन रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर के की डेवलपमेंट्स के बारे में। सबसे पहले आप सभी आपकी स्क्रीन पर देख सकते हैं इंडियन रियल एस्टेट मार्केट की ग्रोथ एंड इफ यू सी द ग्रोथ इज लाइक quite significantly visible as well through that graph and which makes sense also because आजकल इतनी ज़्यादा urbanization and nuclearization बढ़ चुकी है कि लोग अपना घर खुद से बनाना चाहते हैं and the government boost is also a significant factor as far as the real estate sector is concerned. Next, let's see and analyze a few major trends because of which this real estate segment is booming a lot. First, as I said, nuclearization of family. You'll see a very insightful graph जो आपको बताएगा कि कैसे 2001 और 2011 सेंसस के अकॉर्डिंग जो एवरेज फैमिली स्ट्रेंथ है वो अक्रॉस ऑल मेजर इंडियन सिटीज काफी हद तक के कम हो चुकी है। फ्रॉम दिल्ली टू हैदराबाद टू कोलकाता टू पुणे और एनी अदर सिटी हैज seen a significant decline in the average family strength, indicating more houses are required as more families become nuclear. Next हम एक important चीज पर ध्यान अभी डालेंगे जो कि है रेट्स पर। रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर्स हमेशा से ही हमारा अटेंशन काफी कैच करते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ स्काई टचिंग रेट्स। लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द ग्राफ ऑफ हाउ रियल एस्टेट रेट्स आर एज ऑफ नाउ एंड व्हाट्स द फॉरवर्ड एस्टिमेशन एज फार एज द रियल एस्टेट प्राइसेस आर कंसर्न्ड in major Indian cities. बिना कोई सरप्राइज के मुंबई leads all the other cities as far as real estate rates are concerned, and even the growth rate in terms of prices is very steeply going up, and which makes sense as well because the constraint in terms of the size takes a toll indirectly on the rates as well. The available land in those areas is significantly less in comparison to major Indian cities. Now let's come to the exact details of this IPO. The major objective because of which Lodha Developers are bringing this IPO, interestingly, thrice. They tried once in 2007 and 8, then they tried once again in 2017-18, then they are retrying once again at this point of time. इनका major objective 3 है. First, they want to reduce their debt, outstanding debt. Then they want to further acquire more land to basically build on their projects and to expand. Third, they want to use this money for general corporate purposes. Some specific details about this IPO is that ये open हो रहा है 7 अप्रैल को, इसकी closing है 9 अप्रैल को, and इसका जो price band decide हुआ है वो है 483 रुपीज से 486 रुपीज तक के, and 30 शेयर्स का ये लॉट है. लिस्टिंग होने वाली है 22 अप्रैल को, एंड minimum is 1 lot obviously, and maximum one can apply is 13 lots. Now let's come and see one of the most important segment, which is finances of Lodha Group. This is something which takes a negative connotation in my analysis, क्योंकि हम देखते हैं कि Lodha Industries ने basically from you will see this graph on your screen which shows how from March 2018 to December 2020 significant losses are being booked before tax by the Lodha industry. Starting from 27,095 million rupees, it has now a loss of 5,000 million rupees, indicating कि इनकी जो trend line basically profit and loss की concern है वो काफी हद तक के negatively दिख रही है. Let's also now have a look at valuations. अगर हम देखें अर्निंग पर शेयर लोधा ग्रुप की 18.46 रुपीज है, एंड आईपीओ के अपर बैंड के हिसाब से अगर हम देखें तो इनकी प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो आती है 26.33 रुपीज, एंड एज ऑफ नाउ द इंडस्ट्री एवरेज ऑफ रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर्स price earning ratio comes somewhere in the ballpark of 43 rupees, which indicates that this IPO's listing is happening at an undervalue rate, which is a sort of a positive note for major investors trying or looking forward to investing in this IPO. Next comes a very important segment of this IPO is how does Lodha Group's management look like. Now you will see a graph on your screen जो आपको दिखाएगा majorly कि ये कैसे किस तरीके से अपने मैनेजमेंट को डिवाइड करते हैं. द मेजर टू पीपल whom we now see are here are first is Sushil Kumar Modi, who has been appointed as Chief Financial Officer for this company. He is a qualified chartered accountant, chartered financial analyst as well. Prior to joining Lodha Group, he has also worked with Aditya Birla Group, JSW Steel Limited. Second is Seshab Dharia, who is now appointed as the CEO of Townships and Rental Assets. He has 20 plus years of experience in consulting leading organization in India and United States. Prior to joining Lodha Group, he worked as a principal analyst at McKinsey & Company and also worked with major companies globally. Let's come now at major strengths of this IPO and see whether the IPO actually stands out or not. There are a few strengths जो Lodha Group के हम देख पाते हैं. First is that it is one of the largest India's residential real estate project, especially as far as Mumbai area is concerned, which basically gives them a brand name in order to reach out to people, in order to create value out of the projects that they are aiming to build at. Second is, as I said earlier as well, that they have a highly diversified portfolio range from micro markets to residential markets, ranging from mid-income categories to higher-end luxury apartments, giving them a scope of flexibility in terms of their future projects, which they are aiming currently through this IPO. Now let's have a look at the major risks and the red flags that I came across while analyzing Lodha Group's IPO. जो पहला रिस्क हम देखते हैं जो लोधा ग्रुप को इफेक्ट करने वाला है is a massive amount of debt which the company already has. As of December 31, 2020, the group had 186,621 million rupees of debt outstanding, which in comparison to their income statements stands at a very material and significant position. The most important negative or red flag insofar as this IPO is concerned is the negative cash flows which the company is having since last few years. You will see a graph which shows the negative cash flows, and Lodha Group also acknowledges that they might have negative cash flows in coming time as well. And इनके ऊपर अभी as of now contingent liabilities भी काफी ज़्यादा है. They have a lot of pending criminal and civil cases against them, which can hamper their working to a significant extent and reducing down the profits of the industry and thus the interest of the shareholders. One biggest concern that I come across while I analyze this IPO is that they have basically given money to their family members at an interest-free rate. You will see on your screen a table which shows that at number 5 and 6 position, how they have given interest-free debt for a tenure of 4 years, which is a significant time frame, to their close family members. On one hand, they are raising money through this IPO to clear their debt, and on the other hand, ये अपने पैसों को अपने close family members को interest-free rate पर दे रही है, जो कि ये बात easily हम पचा नहीं सकते. And now comes the final part of this video, is whether I am going to invest in this IPO or not. As far as the listing gains are concerned, since this IPO is undervalued, we may see 10 to 20% listing gains, which is still subject to market conditions and the subscription figures that we will see on the third day of this IPO. And as far as the long-term investments are concerned, as of now, I am a bit worried about investing in Lodha Group because of few reasons like massive debt, negative cash flows, and in general concentrated efforts only developing their industries around Mumbai region, which brings out significant risks if things go south in coming future. Thank you very much for being with me till the end. In case you found out any worth out of this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and let them know about this coming IPO.